Good morning. All right, it's been a week, that I can say. But let's see where we're sitting when we get in and figure it out from there. All right, so this says we have to go off to Little Amiga again. That is right here. And of course, where we want to go is over this way. Why have you returned? You're not welcome here. I thought I made that clear. You spoke with Mefford? It has been so long since I last heard from him. I had feared him dead. 12 be praised. Whoever you are, Mefford sees you as a friend, and any friend of Mefford is a friend of mine. I know of this master you seek, and will tell you what I can. An outsider resembling your master has reportedly been appearing near Lil Mehega of late. What's more, it seems that some of our young bloods are meeting him in secret. No doubt you'll want to question them about their trust, but they are not like to yield the information readily to an outsider. If you tell them I sent you, though, they may well feel obliged to talk. And Maskman, no idea what you're talking about. I ain't done nothing wrong, so leave me be. G- Gundabald sent you? Listen. I told them it was a bad idea. All that tripe about believing the masked man and oh, you don't know anything about this. Why didn't you say so to start with? You can't throw the old bear's name around like that and expect me not to think I'm in for it. Okay, it seemed like they were outside, but they're not outside. They're inside. Sometimes that little map is just confusing. What? Have I been meeting any masked men lately? Let's see. Nope, can't say I have, but I'll be sure to tell all my friends you're looking for him. There's a bunch been skulking about right suspicious, like, but I have got nothing to do with them. I know trouble when I see it, and that there's trouble. Mark me words. Okay, General, your people are not helpful. They're hiding something. I'm sure of it. So you have indeed confirmed my suspicions about a masked man. That is most troubling. Whatever the young ones are scheming, it can lead to no good end. There's an anger inside them. I can see it in their eyes. To know, for it once burned within me as well. Hello, Lord. How are you? 2 decades ago, the same anger drove me and my brothers to rise against the despot who ruled El Amigo. Not would do but to dispose him and usher in a revolution. Well, we got our revolution all right, but cost us our freedom. Oh, I'm not doing too bad. Blinded by our hate, we didn't realize that we had been dancing to the Empire's tune. By the time we did, it was too late. El Amigo had fallen. There are times when a man must be patient. Now is such a time. The young ones know this not. Unless we intervene, they are like to commit a great folly. If you learn aught of their plans, I would thank you to bring me word. Hey, Adventure, done talking with the old bear? I got a message for you from Willow Red. Lad's something of a leader among the young ones here. He's impressed that you've won over Gundebold and wants a word with you. Says he'll be waiting over at the craggy area north of here. Do, do, do. This way seems the easiest out. A flying whale. Impressive. Okay. Thanks for coming, friend. 'Tis no ordinary outsider who can gain the trust of the old bear. That's why I wanted to meet you, to discuss something in private. Tell me, why are you snooping about? Did the Empire send you, or someone else? Coero got your tongue? No matter. Whoever it is you work for, your meddling ends here. Get him. You're stronger than you look. This changes nothing. Threaten us, beat us bloody all you like, but nothing short of death can make us give up our fight. We're going to obtain the power to bring down the Empire, and with it, we'll reclaim our homeland. Scaredy, you should have tried to fight too. All talk and no action. Ah, tried to shortcut it, didn't work. Attacked by Wildred and his cronies? That they go to such lengths for the sake of plans of theirs. Left to their own devices, the young fools are like to harm others, if not themselves. We must uncover their agenda and put an end to this madness. Wildred mentioned obtaining the power to bring down the Empire. Of what power could he be speaking? Gundobald, Bertlinia, Gods preserve, what happened? I was out foraging when the corpse brigade came. They took me to their hideout, and the whole while they laughed at me. They said that I'd suffer, but because I cling on to hope. Is it wrong to dream of home? Is it wrong to call ourselves Almahagans? Do not heed such poisonous notions, child. Our dreams are what sustain us to be strong. I swear to you, those villains will answer for their crimes in due time. But tell me, does anyone else know of this? Wildred, he saw me outside. He was so angry. I must tend to Britannia. In the meantime, I need you to find out what the young ones make of this. I fear that they may do something rash. Perhaps you've heard of the Corpse Brigade, and that's a band of brigands that's been terrorizing these parts of late, smuggling, thieving, cold-blooded murder of innocents. If you see any signs of foul play in these parts, like as not the corpse are behind it. I'd like nothing more than to march into their hideout in the northeast and teach them a lesson, but I know when I'm outmatched. Normally I'd hesitate to trust the task to an outsider, but you seem a capable sort. What say you teach these scuffles a lesson? Uh, Alright, so as I'm near, oh, it's probably inside. Again, I mistake looking at things. Oh, oh, I see the sparkles. Thought I saw someone over here to talk to. What those animals did to Brickland is unforgivable, and to think they look down on us. Well, I'll suffer this humiliation no more. I'm with Will Red to the bitter end. I'm not afraid of a few lizards. Um, Not seeing anything else. I wonder if it's on the second floor. If this plan succeeds, we'll have the power to lay the Empire low, to change the world for the better. Might be as Gundabald's content to eke out the existence of this musty old cave, but I'll be damned if I'm going to spend the rest of my life here. Now, where in the seven bells did I put that bloody map? I'm not going to tell you where the map is. I've got the map. Almighty Uro, Lord of Destruction, we implore you, lend us your strength and put an end to the suffering of our people. Here to interfere again? Well, you're too late. Our plan is already in motion. Once we have the crystals, our enemies will pay for their crimes, and no one will dare to oppress us ever again. Fools, fools, fools. No, but it also reminds me of the saying of a fool and his money are soon parted. In this case, it's a fool and his life. Gone, the whole lot of them? Then it is as I feared. They mean to take matters into their own hands. But what exactly is it they mean to do? What's this, a hunting knife and a map of Zenrak? Wait, you said Willard spoke of crystals, did he not? But they couldn't possibly mean to. By the gods, this is rank madness. The young fools are untrained and unblooded. Oh, they have no notion of how dangerous the Magi are. They'll be butchered before they get within 100 yalms of the crystals. They're headed east. If we hurry, we may find them before it's too late. Yeah, I don't think anyone likes to be oppressed, but there's always ways to fight it and to do it the correct way without getting harmed. In this case, they're just going to get themselves harmed. Oh, and it's not like the god won't hurt us. Wildred, did no others survive? This is all wrong. Getting the crystals is supposed to be the start. We're going to reclaim our homeland. We. Pull yourself together, lad. We're going to make an offering of crystals to Relg and summon him, just like the masked man taught us. We plotted to sneak into Zanrak and make off with the lizardman's catch, but they caught us, and so many dead. Gods forgive me. Heathens, you shall pay for your crimes with your souls. I regret our young one's transgressions, but a soul is too high a price to pay for youthful folly. For all the felons, they are the people of Almaji people. This hope I will guard with my life. You guys take them. I'll help the young ones here. Whoa. Your skill at arms is an impressive adventure. Our wayward youth could learn much from a man like you. The battle is won, but it would be unwise to linger here. Let us return to Little Amiga. Wait, we've come all this way. We have to get the crystals. They're right there, ripe for the picking. Have you learned nothing, Wildred? Did you not see those tempered wretches? Such is fate of those who are touched by a god. Is that what you desire for yourself and your friends? What? No one said anything about. The masked man told us we could defeat the Empire if we summoned Rogue. He swore. Enough, I will hear the rest of the story. Tell back in the Little Amiga. I dare say Draco will wish to hear it as well. Yeah, it's quite out of place, but right now it's the best headgear that I had. This way. Now there was somewhere else that we needed to do. All right, still within the southern, so. Poor man. I'm trying to get to 41. I'm halfway there. Thank you, outsider. Your victory is already the talk of town. That may not mark the end of the Corpse Brigade, but at least now they know we're not afraid to fight back. And to think these men and women were once my countrymen. Do they know no shame? Back in the heyday, El Amigo, the corpse bride served our nation with pride and honor. It saddens me to see what they become, but I would slay them down, at least if it would ensure the besmirch of the homeland's name no more. Uh, no more lies, Wilder. Tell us everything. I was outside with the others when he appeared, the masked stranger. He told us summoning Raul about using crystals and then vanished. We never saw him again. I want so desperately to believe that we were raise ourselves from the squalor that I never stopped to question his motives, but I should have known. There is no solution, nothing we can do to change our lot. Our people are doomed to live and die like beasts. Listen to me, Willard. Our home may be lost to us, but it takes more than stones and mortar to define who we are. No matter where we may be, Alamiga lives on within us all. It's for you to decide what to make of this legacy, but whatever you choose to do with your life, never forget that you owe it to this adventure and an outsider. Uh, I won't, I promise. Thank you for saving me, and sorry I tried to kill you. My thanks as well, friend. It gives us hope to know that there are kind souls such as you out there. Little amigo may not have much in the way of comfort, but you will always be welcome here. High potion, ether, sleeping, paralyzed. Would that we had more information to offer, but what Willard's told you is the extended knowledge of Master Inger. Left unchecked, that man will bring great pain and suffering. I pray that you find and put an end to the creature for the sake of the young ones who died by his poisoned wounds. Eh, yeah, half a head taller. Vesper Bay. Wow, your teleport was quicker. Welcome back, Draco. I'm reliably informed the investigation took you to Quarry Mill and Little Amigo. So tell me, were you able to learn aught of La Habre? Planted the knowledge of summoning in impressionable young minds, you say. Precisely the kind of deception the Asians would employ. While many of the ills and ails the land can be attributed to the calamity, some are being brought about by a malign will. We must needs delve deeper into this while things remain quiet on the primal front. All work, no play. Makes the Minifield a dull cyan. Hmm. Did you say something? Nothing, my lady. Mayhap we ought to rest a while before speaking further of the investigation. While you were attending to business in Thanalon, some new information arrived, courtesy of our friends the Sliffs. An individual fitting La Habre's description has been sighted in the North Shroud. The sighting comes in wake of a series of mysterious deaths in the selfsame area. My instincts tell me that our man is involved. I would have you continue investigation where you left off. 12 willing, we will pick up La Habre's trail once more. Neuraxia can furnish you with the details. Pray speak with her and take it from there. As always, be careful out there, Draco. Isn't careful all Avengers' middle names? We're always careful. We're careful to get in trouble, and we're careful to get out of it. There's Raj. There's Papa. There's Yada. There's Orang. The sneak isn't here. Walking One is to investigate Sinister One. Then heed well this one's words. This one is friends with Walking One in Ash Crown Consortium. According to Friendly One, a digging one named Madred had an encounter with the scary Masked One. This Masked One is most certainly Sinister One. Walking One should go speak with Digging One Madrid. Digging One is to be found in Felgord Float in Northern Shroud. A normal Monday, a normal Tuesday, a normal day that ends in Y. But please leave me. I'm not long for this world. I look death in the face. 'Tis only a matter of time before he comes for me, just like he came for that poor woman. Oh, I've got a soothing. You're right. It's not as bad as it seems. I saw something terrible, that's true. But that hardly means I'm going to suffer the same fate. Thanks to you, I can think straight again. I believe I can even recount what I saw without losing it. It was just another ordinary day. I was headed back to the float when I noticed a suspicious character in the distance. A masked man, garbed head to toe in black. A hideous fiend in tow. A winged creature that was all eyeball and jagged teeth. Taken by curiosity, I crept as near as I dared. To see the corpse of a woman, one glimpse was enough to tell me that she died a gruesome death. In that instance, I knew right away that the masked man was a minion of Thal, come to claim her soul for his realm. What? You're investigating the same masked man? If that's the case, we'll help you in whatever we can. Hey, anything to ensure that we won't suffer Medred's hysteria ever again. All right, teamwork. That's what I wanted to. Wait, I haven't been that bad, have I? At any rate, I'm all for helping this adventure. It's the least I can do to repay him for comforting me. Oh, come on. Even that much wasn't enough? So here's what I know about the deaths. All the victims were found with their faces torn to shreds. Among the local fauna, only scalekin known as Ziz could inflict such wounds. That's why some folk are pointing the finger at them. I somehow doubt that's all the answers that simple, but for the sake of thoroughness, we should look at it. Why don't you put down, say, three of the creatures and see if you can find any proof connecting them to the deaths? Yay, more Ziz. They're easy. They can be a nuisance, but they're easy. Alright, now to figure out where the up is to get to them. See? Easy. You already seen to this? Good work, adventure. So, were you able to find out to suggest that the creatures are our culprit? Nothing, truth be told, even if there were proof, I wouldn't know what it would look like. Anyway, I believe we're safely strike Ziz from our list of suspects, which leaves us with the masked man and the winged eyeball. There's something else I heard about the death. It appears all the victims have been comely maidens. I'd watch myself, but I'd better watch myself, huh? He unseemly japes aside. There's a rumor been going around. There's some as whisper that each victim died. Her rancor went into the great big rock southwest of here, causing it to flash and moan. This bears investigation, I reckon. I'm going to give you a fire sand stick to blow off a piece of that crag. The stick doesn't come with a fuse or anything, so you have to throw the thing. Once you've torn the rock, a new one, bring me back some fragments and I'll give them a gander. There's something you should know. I've been keeping this to myself, lest I worsen Madred's paranoia, but I too have seen the winged eyeball. I cannot say whether it was coincidence, but my sighting took place precisely the same as Madred's. I was heading home after a day of digging when a shadow fell over me. Looking up, I found myself locked in the gaze of a giant eyeball. I let out a scream at the top of my lungs and ran without once looking back. This happened to be a rocky area just west of here, in case you had mind to investigate. Wow. No, it's this way. Ouch. Ah, there it is. The destination. I gotta get back up there again. Oh. There it is. It's now saying down. Back in. Most folk are too scared to go with 100 yalms of the rock of Rancor A. It has the name, but what's a few vengeful spirits to a dauntless adventurer like you, huh? Huh? What? These are your garden variety crystal. Tis a bit hard to tell beneath all that dirt and grime, but they're definitely lightning expected. I almost hate to say it, but that explains the flashing and moaning. Nothing to do with the masked ranger. Looks like I've gone and wasted both our time and perfectly good fire stance. Oh well. A monstrous Banemate appeared, and you slew it, that creature had long been a scourge upon the folk of Volgard. Intentionally know you've done us great service. You have my gratitude. But this does not make me wonder what it truly a winged eyeball I saw, or merely a trick of light combined with a blind panic. There have been no promising leads in the murders. I can scarce get a wink of sleep knowing that killer is still at large. Judging by your furrowed brows, I take it this sorry business troubles you as much as it does me. I've been pondering my encounter. I was uncertain for a time, but there can be no doubt. It was a winged eyeball that I witnessed. It's implausible that I could have mistaken so distinct a creature for a banemate. But you and I were palms apart. How could we have both seen it at precisely the same time? What's more, our venturer friend here had a run-in with the banemate at the same very spot you claim to see your fiendish eyeball. Isn't that right? There must be an explanation. I know I saw an eyeball with wings. I would wager an apple tart on it. Ooh, he's serious. But listen, mayhap it's not as mysterious as we're making it out to be. There's no reason why there couldn't be. Gods, of course, there must be more than one of the buggers. It's obvious, but then that means since there have been repeated sightings of these fiends, then there must be even more victims as yet undiscovered. I do believe we're out of our depth. We ought to leave the rest to an expert. Yes, we're just civilians. After all, good luck, adventure. It is a pleasure knowing you. While I burn to know the truth, some things are best left unknown, lest you have forgotten. It was a rocky area to the west that I had my encounter. Should you discover aught of note, you will want to alert the authorities. This is, there is a guardhouse nearby. The serpent there should be pleased of any information that pertains to the security of the region. Ooh. Alright, so 8,000 more points. I think we'll probably get that with this adventure. Well, it's going to be easier to get there this way or this way. Probably this way. 'Cause this one looks like it's more aligned. Oh, hold up. Staying down. Don't take the path. Take the ground. This way. Alright, so search the ground, and here we find That was easy. Great adventures. Is there aught I might assist you with? Gods be good, not again. No matter how many bodies I see, I cannot seem to get used to the horrid sight, poor woman. Identical deaths have been reported in Central Shroud, while the masked stranger you seek does not seem to feature in any. Sightings of the winged eyeball are common enough. The creatures appear to be moving the bodies, but to what end? None can say. The victims have all been young women. All are found with their faces mutilated beyond recognition. It's been difficult to identify them so as to notify their next of, this button, engraved with a lily motif. The same exact object was found upon another victim. A family signal? Or an organization, perhaps. Either way, I dare say to hope that this find will prove pivotal in solving the murders. Give me what you got. I have been told the lowly button you will continue your investigation. While it isn't standard practice to entrust key evidence to individuals, you have proven yourself reliable and resourceful in this matter. I see no reason why you shouldn't carry on your work. If I might make a suggestion, you may wish to take the button to Gridania and have it examined by Mione. Perhaps someone in her vast network of contacts can shed light upon a sigil. Let me use the bathroom real quick and then dungeon time. Okay. Which dungeon we heading to? I believe I am accepted it. didn't meet requirements? Okay. Stone Vigil. I'm not sure how much farther along that will be. Uh, Looks like we have to go to Gardini anyway. Good evening to you, Draco. By your grim confession, I suspect you aren't here for scones and herb tea. Well, isn't this a lovely little bun? The engravings is quite exquisite, artisan level quality, I would say. Where did you say you found this? On a dead body. Lovely. Anyway, I'm afraid I do not recognize the lily signal. You'll have to find the answer the old-fashioned way, by asking around. You could do worse than beginning with Bernadette over at the Aetheric Plaza. She has a sharp eye for that one. As if I'm not busy enough without playing lost and found. Oh, do you forgive me, friend? Once again, one of our customers has departed without her belongings, and I'm at a loss for what to do about it. While I understand the adventurers have many cares in their minds, it wouldn't make my life much easier if they would keep their personal effects in order. But you did not come here to lend an ear to my grumblings. This is the book in question. The face of the owner wasn't familiar to me, but Errol over there seems quite smitten with her, as with every pretty lass he has eyes upon. But that's neither here nor there. Might I trouble you to inquire as to the girl's whereabouts? I found the man to be less than forthcoming ever since I spurned his advances. Ah, sweet little thing with a journal. Of course, I remember her. Remember her well. Had a smile of warm heart and a laugh, a lilt, one might say, to tickle the depths of the soul, and she was most eager to hear tales of my many travels, which speaks of a keen and sensitive mind. Jilly, I believe her name was. No, that's not right. Jilly was the redhead from last week. Darn it if I can't remember. You must understand, no small number of comely lasses seek out my company. I dare say keeping all the names and faces straight is an adventure in itself. Anyhow, the girl spoke of paying a visit to Apcaleu Falls before traveling on. Like as not, you'll find her there now. Shedding a tear or two at the parting, do pass along my regards if you see her. She should be readily recognizable in that charming straw hat of hers. Be off to see Bernadette. You're not short, you're not a redhead, so you're not from the Big Bang Theory. Okay. Need help tracking down the owner of the button? That's certainly not a request I receive on a regular basis. Well, go on then. Tell me what you have. Hmm. Seems to be some manner of decorative button, reminiscent of those worn by families of old, though I cannot claim to know its signal. However, I can say with certainty that the white lily is a recurring theme in Gardania culture. Alas, I do not know who would make a personal sigil of it. If there's a soul in Gardania who does, it would be Senegold over at the Lancers Guild. The woman makes a point of knowing all the citizens on their four-name basis. Oh, so I'll go back to my guild. Okay. Bernadette believes that I can help you. Well, that is rather bold assumption to make. I'll try to assist. Never you fear. But whether aught comes of it is another matter. Now, then, what do you require of me? Fascinating. Work of quality is rarely seen in the hands of ordinary Gardanians. The owner of this button is most certainly well to do. You may wish to take your search to the Gentry's ward, northwest of here. Wait, a memory comes to me of late. There's been a man who is particularly seated at the bench of the ward's entrance. His name is Urslandal, and I distinctly recall seeing him markedly similar button upon the breast of his jacket. I dare say he can tell you a thing or two about it. Jeez, oh Pete, don't these people know where they're going? Pardon, I don't believe we met. You something in mind, you say? My journal. Thank the 12. In my haste to escape the clutches of that insufferable mutton monger, I slipped my mind entirely. Might it be so bold as to ask your name? You have my gratitude, Draco. I may not like much, but I count this humble diary among my most prized possessions. Its pages brim with the tales of the most heart-stirring sights to be seen in our realm, as told to me by the sensitive souls I met in the travels across Erosia. The tales that have certainly the most incurable cases of wanderlust. As an adventurer, you two have seen the realm, I am sure, but I would ask you, Draco, have you truly seen her? Born witness to Rosie and the myriads of splendor. Have you stood on the palm-fringed beaches of Costa del Sol just as the sun peeks over the horizon, its rays kissing the sands beneath your feet? Have you lost yourself in the night sky of the Jol, adrift amidst a boundless sea of stars? Ah, but why do I even try to convene these words that which must be seen to be appreciated? To our fortune whichsoever we wander, Rosie's beauty is but a stone's throw away. If I may quote from my journal, yes, this is the one. Before the fane, beneath the two, there are one. Her divine cup runneth over with light ethereal, which were the conjurer's words, and I would say she saw, I saw for myself in coming here, and I can assure you the conjurer spoke true. Indulge me. Go there and look out upon the beauty before you. I would hear your thoughts. Okay. I do believe we are acquainted. Pray, lead me to my thoughts. The signal of Dartoncar's family. How is it that you came into possession of this button? From the body of the murdered woman? Her face wasn't marred in any way? I had feared so much. I can no longer feign ignorance. I shall reveal to you the truth of the death. But on one condition, you promise to put an end to my lady's madness and free her from her torment. I was once a manservant in the employ of one of the oldest and proudest families in Gardania, the Dartincourts. During that time, I had the honor of waiting upon Lady Amandine, mistress of the household. Fair as summer was she, and possessed a heart befitting her radiance. Alas, the calamity wrought the great change in her. Though my lady escaped with her life, death may well have been a kinder fate. Never will I forget the day the bandages were removed and she beheld her disfigured face for the first time. At that moment, the kindly woman I knew ceased to be. Unable to bear the thought of being seen, my lady sequestered herself with her in her chambers and refused all company. This continued for many uneasy moons until one day, without warning, she began receiving queer guests. None among us knew whence they came, these masked men, but my lady believed they would help her to regain that which she had lost. So began the rites of regeneration. These rituals seemed innocent enough in the beginning, but grew ever more grotesque as time went by. Eventually, there came a day when my lady bound one of her handmaidens to her bed and proceeded to mutilate the poor girl's face. Suffice it to say, she did not survive the ordeal. It fell to me to dispose of her body. I performed the dreadful task as paid obedient servant that I was, but when the time came to return to my house, my legs refused to move. I knew then that I could not go back to that place, not after that nightmare I had witnessed. So it was that I left the Hawk Manor, my home for nigh on half a century. Long did I weep for the girl who was slain, and longer still for the woman the Lady Amandine had been. Yet one cannot weep forever, and I endeavored to put the matter behind me. Indeed, I had resolved never to hear speak of my experience until you appeared before me. My lady's madness must be ended, lest more innocent lives be lost. Lay her tormented soul to rest, as you swore to me you would. She awaits you at the Hawk Manor on the western edge of the central shroud. Go now, go do what must be done. Okay, off to fight. Wonder why this site's orange. I don't see anything. Is this where I'm supposed to look out? Huh? Alright, it's done. I looked out. Let me guess, I gotta go back and tell her what it is. Welcome back. I trust you moved by the side I was. The great stone that adores the entrance of the still glade prairie is none other than the sky serpent's egg, cast down from the heavens by Neficio the matron so long ago. And those mammoth tree trunks remain remnants, no doubt, of the primal forest whence did they come. Why do the two great arbors grow as one? This I do not know, but I do know that the realm is replete with such beauty if only we know where to look. This is what compels me to wonder what the not the promise of power, glory, or riches, but the burning desire to bear witness to the wonders around us, wrought by the gods and men alike. Though we have met, a twinkle in the eye tells me that we share a certain aesthetic sensitiveness. It would be my pleasure to gift you with a sightseeing log of your own. In these pages, you'll record the most stirring sights in the realm, both those I have seen with my eyes and those I have thus far at least one only heard of in my travels. No doubt your ventures keep you occupied, but this is not all the more reason to take in the sights as you travel. They both body and mind may enjoy the moment's respite from time to time, and who can say, perhaps you'll discover glories, new vistas that have eluded even me. With that, I wish you safe travels, Draco. When you have seen all there is to see, pray return to me, and I would like nothing more to share your impressions of the fellow sensitive soul. Alright, so we have to, it's by Bent Branch. We can leave Gardania, New Gardania here, and head down. No. There's a way to get into New Gardania from here. Maybe it's up. Will get us to there. I seem to have went past where I wanted to go. Okay, how do I get over there? There must be a ladder or something that I'm missing. Aha, there. Now I see that I could have rode with you. But hey, run as I do. Yeah, I figure probably will. You're high enough rank to probably be one-shotting most. Like a tiny key. else? Doesn't look like it.
Darkness has taken root within these halls, sprung from the most unlikely of seeds. One cannot help but admire the irrepressible spirit that quickened it to life. It is a pleasure to meet you at last, Avenger. You are every bit as intriguing as our master gave us to believe. He is no ordinary mortal who can acquire one crystal of light, much less three. The crystals make you strong, and it is that strength that the light is drawn. Haydalen chose well. A pity that your existence is irreconcilable with our own. We cannot well allow you to continue upon your present course. Alas, we came here not to play, but to take the measure of your strength from Master Lahabre. That task now accomplished, we can take our leave of you. Fare you well, bringer of light.
Um, the only thing I have is my armory chest. I don't have an inventory someplace that I know of. Pretty much. Oh no. Menu. Character. Inventory. Yeah, I don't have much room left in my inventory. I probably have more room in my armory chest than I do my inventory. Yeah, I need to. I need to sell all these items that I made. Keep the potions, food. And then it looks like we've got to go back to Earthland. So and Earthland, where were you? If I remember correctly. Oh boy. I believe you're in Old Gridania. Yep. So true, 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 true. No, that don't look like the way. You are returned. What sights await you within the manor? What has become of Lady Amadine? You must tell me all. So she went so far as to consort with devils. Would that I could have done more to prevent her fall. May she finally find peace in the beyond. I know not whether the masked man you encountered are the same pair that first led my lady astray, but it is plain that you are the same of the same vile brood. Should the chance ever present itself, promise me that you will visit upon them tenfold the woe have brought upon others. But who am I to speak of punishment? By the silence I allow loud, I know not how many innocent young women to die in unspeakable circumstances. It matters not wherefore, though misplaced loyalty, cowardice, or both. I am an abettor of gross crime. I will suffer myself with these authorities and accept whatever punishment they deem just. Only pray the gods will have mercy upon my soul.
says report to Menphilia, but before I go to Vesper Bay, there is a market, and I can get rid of some things. All right, I'll let you know. I don't think I need you, or you. Steel Spear gone.
Was that this one? Yeah. Alright. Level 10. This won't do me any good. Oh, it's unique and untradeable. Okay. Level 10, all classes. That one can go. That one can go. Level 20, I think I still need. This is Discipline of War. I'm past that, so. That one can go. Level 18. 20 and 25. I believe that one can go. I can stay. That one can go. Maybe I just saw it? No, won't let me. 27, 21, 24, 24. 30, and that's of war, and I've got the best thing of war on, so it can go. I'm F9, and I do believe my other class is past that, so that's 18, 21, 24, 27. Get the things out of the way that I cannot get rid of. All right,
anything war? This one is, which means I can't use it. $11. 14, 16, and both of these are same. No color variation, no nothing. Is anything more? This one is. Alright. You can go. You can go. 10, 15, 19, 22, 25, and 27. And only this one's war. And it looked like I'm past that, so. Alright. 1, 5, 8, 10, 15, 19, 22, and 24. You're nothing that can go bye-bye. $11, 20, and 29. These are untradeable. Untradeable. 8. You're spirit bound. There's supposed to be a way to deal with getting you out of that. 28, 8. 26, 26, 26, 1.
You're all the same ones. Untradables. 8. One can go bye-bye. I'm not using that. But won't let me. Alright. You're an 8, you're an 8. Goodbye. You're a 10. You're a 19. You're a 16. 28, 27, and a 17. Nine, 9, 9, and 9. 9. And nothing in that. So, yay. I've sold everything I can sell. I got myself a new weapon. That should help me there. Can't wear that yet. Can't wear that yet. Only one piece of armor. Haha. And I want to sell to you that funny helmet. Bear down to 29. Is it worth keeping? Oh, it's a unique and untradeable anyway. Okay. So no, I can't sell it. Alright, I did pretty good there. I got quite a bit done on clothing. Not much I could buy, but Really didn't clean much up on the inventory. Wish I could find a place to put all the dyes. All the dyes and all the glamours. That would help clean up the inventory some more. And we need to report to Minfilia. But I'm going to take a small break. I heard some breakdown in the other room, so I've got to check on it. I don't think I have saddlebags for my chocobo yet. Alright, let me see. Gotta get someplace where I can call him. Of course, I'm still not in the place. Yeah, I figured I didn't, but I wanted to double check. Not there yet. We'll get there. But I'm going to take a break for a little bit and move laundry around and find out what the commotion was about in the other room. So, see you in a bit.